Very worrying when a narcissist knows that you know it's really ugly. Today, prepare to delve into the complex and perplexing psyche of narcissists, where you'll ride a roller coaster of intrigue and dismay. These individuals view themselves as fundamentally flawed, resulting in an overwhelming sense of anxiety about revealing their true selves to the world. This fear drives them to engage in socially inappropriate behavior, driven by an incessant pursuit of perfection in every aspect of their lives. However, it's crucial not to take their actions at face value, as they often concoct outlandish justifications while showcasing their inflated ego. Such behavior is in stark contrast to genuine self-worth and may indicate an underlying dissatisfaction with their own circumstances. Tragically, many narcissists harbor an intense self-loathing that permeates their existence. Unable to escape the constant feelings of inadequacy and fear of failure, even material wealth and success cannot mend the cracks within their fragile personas. Despite their cunning planning, deceitful lies, and manipulative tactics, narcissists find themselves confronted with three harsh realities. Firstly, their actions perpetuate a cycle of pain that leads to their own persistent depression. Beneath a facade of happiness, confidence, and affluence lies a deep well of anguish, fear, and suffering. However, their path in life remains resolute and uncontrollable, impervious to the influence of even the most seemingly perfect individuals they encounter. The driving force behind a narcissist's actions is an insatiable craving for power, surpassing any trace of remorse or redemption. They are trapped in a relentless pursuit, unable to break free from their own destructive path. It's astonishingly predictable how their arrogance persists amidst life's unpredictable nature. Understanding the detrimental impact of an inflated ego becomes imperative in navigating the complexities of their persona. However, peering into the depths of a narcissist's psyche demands a courageous exploration of their motivations. It is an intimidating endeavor that unveils the undoubting nature of their self-centered mindset. The truth remains: no one can be perpetually obnoxious while retaining universal adoration. As this captivating video aptly demonstrates, narcissistic behavior inevitably leads to unraveling beyond their control. Misfortune and catastrophe trail their steps like a looming curse, haunting their solitude. The self-punishing nature of narcissism becomes evident as their tireless quest for self-improvement yields no salvation. No accomplishment or reward can ever satiate their bottomless hunger, perpetuating an unrelenting cycle of torment. A tortured psyche relentlessly pursuing insatiable self-gratification. The demise of narcissists lies in their inability to find true contentment beyond fleeting material possessions and hollow accolades. Constantly comparing themselves to others becomes their misguided compass for happiness, a futile pursuit that ultimately leaves them perpetually dissatisfied. Their unyielding stubbornness and refusal to accept accountability only exacerbate their troubles. They manipulate and mistreat those in their orbit, further isolating themselves in their desperate quest for fulfillment, accumulating more possessions and acquaintances as hollow substitutes. Their existence becomes a prison of fear and anxiety. Conscious of how others perceive them, they live in perpetual dread of being exposed as frauds. The deep-seated fear of being used terrorizes them, and they employ humor as a defense mechanism to mask their insecurities. Through manipulation, they obtain temporary validation and attention, yet this charade serves only to further conceal their flaws, leaving them isolated and constantly on the hunt for their next fix of narcissistic supply. While my video may have presented a light-hearted approach to discussing their use of humor, we must recognize that the stakes are much higher. Self-obsession grips them with unrelenting fear, as the exposure of their lies and hypocrisy would result in a crushing sense of shame and defeat. Their only recourse is to maintain a shroud of secrecy, shielding themselves from prying eyes to avoid potential wildfire. The foremost nemesis of narcissists lies within their fallacious perception of superiority, an unattainable pedestal that breeds despair and frustration. Their insatiable hunger to inflict pain and dominate others becomes the catalyst for perpetual disappointment. Narcissists do not invite just anyone into their coveted inner circle. They perceive themselves as towering above humanity, only to be disenchanted by the inadequacy of those who fail to meet their impossible criteria. Their inflated sense of entitlement engenders fiery eruptions of anger and plunges them into the depths of depression, when their desires remain unfulfilled. It is an incessant whirlwind of self-aggrandizement, eclipsed by an everlasting abyss. Their behavior mirrors that of indulged children, ceaselessly rebelling against any hint of denial. Their inability to tolerate even a modicum of compromise or relinquished control renders a life teeming with relentless letdowns and mounting frustration. They perpetually oscillate within a labyrinth of suffering, forever trapped in the throes of their self-inflicted calamities. One of the most detestable traits of narcissists is their utter inability to tolerate another's joy. Their insatiable envy consumes them, leaving them irritated and resentful towards anyone reveling in blissful moments. Despite the possibility of seeking therapy, the decision rests solely in their hands. Rather than confront the uncomfortable truth about their true selves, narcissists prefer to hide behind self-constructed falsehoods and external facades. It is easier to play a role than to embrace authenticity. Until they can confront the harsh realities of their existence, they will remain trapped in an endless cycle of self-inflicted suffering. Narcissists adeptly mimic happiness, passion, and affection as they strive to blend in with society and gain the approval they so desperately seek. They are master manipulators, projecting their own internal torment onto unsuspecting victims. Driven by absolute self-absorption, the slightest provocation can trigger their wrathful fury, leaving them devoid of empathy or compassion. To them, those around them are merely tools to be wielded in their relentless pursuit of power and control. Narcissists possess a remarkable ability to craft relationships that exude care and concern on the surface. However, these connections are strategic deceptions, carefully designed to maintain an illusory sense of harmony and cater to their insatiable, egotistical needs. Beneath the facade lies a bottomless pit of disappointment, apprehension, and profound sadness. Interestingly, one of the cruelest aspects of narcissism is their relentless pursuit to bring others down into the depths of their despair. They will go to any lengths to ensure that those around them taste the same bitterness they experience. Beware of their enticing outward appearance of contentment, for their mood can swiftly shift if the world doesn't bend to their will. If the misfortune of encountering a narcissist befalls you, do not envy their superficial facade. Behind their mask resides a life consumed by misery and desolation, and they eagerly strive to drag others into their abyss. Stay vigilant, maintain awareness, and above all, prioritize your safety. If you found this insight valuable, kindly share it with others and provide a positive rating. To ensure access to similar enlightening content in the future, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications. We genuinely appreciate your time and engagement.